But it's ESL One Manila 2016. That's the year. That's right. Can't actually say it's like the follow-up year. This is the first time ESL One has ever been to the Philippines. Myself, first time to the Philippines.
You weren't at ESL One Manila 2015, Toby?
No, it didn't exist.
That's what you think.
I know it didn't exist.
Okay.
Stop screwing with me. You know I'm tired. I've been here
This
since
is
the start of the day.
my first ESL One, so don't listen to me.
Oh, that's it. It'll be your last as well. You're fired, God. Get out. You're not here anymore.
I had a good run, you know. It lasted, what, 6 hours or something? I don't know.
Yes.
I got in today, technically, because I got to the hotel at 1 in the morning, so I didn't even last a full day.
Technically, this is your first series as well.
Yeah.
That would actually mean you're a bigger ass than James, according to that kind of like time frame.
So, Winter, when are you getting fired?
Winter's never going to get fired. He's got too much knowledge to be fired.
Yeah. At least one of us brings the knowledge here. we Australians are known for our Dota 2 knowledge. There's a reason you don't see many of us on the competitive stage.
There's a word that goes with dumb, which describes us Australians.
Time to talk about Dota, I guess.
Yes!
There's no picks yet. We can talk about whatever we want.
There's bans, man. The Earth Spirit taken out. Respect.
It's the same.
Respect. Just to the hero. I don't even care about the team. It's just like to the hero.
You must be dying to see Earth Spirit nerf again.
He's a fun hero to cast.
You mean Earth Spirit nerf? I just want everything else buff that destroys him.
Yeah, I mean, say what you want about the hero. He's actually fun to watch. Like when he hits like his combos and does it.
The only thing I think you could remove is just magnetize because it's eye cancer every time a hero dies to it. Like it's literally cataracts.
Just make it more visually appealing or grotesque.
Well, not visually appealing. Just remove the ability. Like that would be good.
I'd still first pick the hero.
I'm fine with if it's just rotations. I'm okay with that. But it's just magnetized. How
about Invoker?
Invoker?
They don't pick Enchantress.
What would you even change with Invoker? Because I kind of feel like there's a lot of other heroes which are starting to counter Invoker in the mid lane. Obviously, he's still really powerful.
I think the double forge, like getting the double forge.
Yeah.
At level, I like the suggestion. Someone had that you can get at level 9, but not level 8. Like, make it so you need 2 points in Invoke to get double Forward Spirit or something.
Is that really going to matter that much, though? Because Cold Snap appears to be, like, one of the strongest abilities
every
in the early
small
stage.
bit matters. Like, they buffed him so much. Like, every spell got slightly buffed, and it reached to a point where the hero became so strong.
Let's just lower his base damage and then pick him in combination with Drow Ranger to counter that.
You just want some Drow Ranger, Toby.
Hey, Quas-Wex Invoker with a Drow Ranger aura buff.
Very strong.
That is insanely strong.
On board.
With the Orchid build.
Yeah. Nah, you don't need Orchid. You're going to push with Drow Invoker. You don't need Orchid.
Yeah, you go full combat. You go full combat. So you go phase Aquila drums.
On Invoker?
On Invoker.
Yeah, sure.
I thought you were gonna say the Drasco idea. Get a blade mill.
What, on Invoker?
Yeah,
sure. I like it. Where's Drascal? Let's do it. Blade Mail, dude. That's nice. Blade Mail's legit, man.
Was that actually a stab saying you have more knowledge than Drascal? That's the reason you're here and Drascal is not? Is that what you were playing for?
He just likes his Blade Mail Invoker.
Yeah, it's good.
Gives you armor, gives you damage, and you just run in. Like early game when you have Tornado, EMP, Cold Snap.
Or you could have Aquila and Drums, which are proven to be the two greatest early items in the game currently.
Drums is like the poor man's Blade Mail.
The day Tinker becomes a thing again, I will support the Blade Mail build.
So, right into the Invoker partner, the Bat Rider of Ohio once more.
This is very similar, funnily enough. And then they banned the Oracle, so they counted. I wonder if they take out both the Oracle and the VS in this game. Because they were still fairly successful baiting out very defensive yet not really effective swaps out from the VS.
I mean, they have Horns, so Bat Rider has vision, so he knows when and where to initiate, so it's easy for the Bat. So, I mean, that's for...
Speaking of which, perhaps ban Spectre here, do you think?
I don't know. I don't feel Spectre was the biggest problem. It was just the tempo that they had.
You do ban Spectre, as I was saying. You ban Spectre.
Yeah, but you're Fnatic and you're banning your own Spectre.
No, I was talking about Fnatic banning.
Oh yeah, just remember.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay, our overlay, cut it out. Yay! Now we see Team Empire and Fnatic on the
Yeah,
lane.
but the good thing about
Right.
like apart from the Venge and the Oracle you
10
guys mentioned, the other hero that
seconds
counters bad a lot is Night Stalker. But it's very difficult or near impossible for
5
Empire to actually fit that hero
remaining.
because of their opening. You have
Yeah.
Enchantress and Doom.
So the Doom has to be your offlaner at this point. Like, you're
Yeah.
not going to run a safe
I mean,
lane.
you can run both of them on the off lane and have a support.
What was
like
the other counter? Oh God, what was it? Was it the Armlet Blink Dagger CK? I think was something which was actually experimented in the CIS scene. Because you do so much damage so quickly with that you can actually catch the Batrider and bring him down.
Team
Side.
What was it
Empire's
like?
turn to
Gold
pick.
Black's team?
Um,
Spirit?
It may have actually been that. Yeah, it may
Really
actually
doesn't-
it may have been Team Spirit that did it. Because they were running a crap ton of the CK. But there was a bunch of CK that then came out over the course of the next week after Goldblack first. I don't know if he was the first one to start the trend, but it was the first one I saw at least. Team Empire get more control now, so they get the Gyrocopter and the Puck combo together. Doom bring a core, so we're missing one more support.
10
Not just
seconds
any
remaining.
puck, but the Scandal puck too.
Is this like has he
5
played any other
seconds
hero in this
remaining.
competition so far?
Not that I've seen.
Because I know he played out of one of his games
Reserve
earlier
time.
on for Team Empire. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, you have the reference, computer. Or we just have Nox give me a thumbs up. Did he play anything else? Yeah, you could look stuff up. I can't. Fourth puck in a row. Okay, there we go.
10
There we go. So yeah,
seconds remaining.
so diversity is one of Team Empire's strong suits.
Team
Uh,
Empire's turn
As
to
Fnatic will now
bat.
get Warrior.
I mean, it's really good versus the three heroes, the first three heroes Empire have. Enchantress, the Doom, Gyrocopter. All these heroes don't really match up very well versus Ursa, provided you get the Doom on the Ursa first before he does anything.
10 seconds
If they get something
remaining.
Enchantress creeps, I'm looking at Roshan too. Difficult, I know. They
5
actually have a really good
seconds
line just to
remaining.
slip in and take it themselves. Early Invoker combining up with the Ursa. Batrider for
Yeah.
perimeter guard.
I think the
Reserve
other more
time.
important reason is every time when you see a team, they have Lion, and you want to have a carry that's more self-sufficient in the lane, so you more or less compensate Lion being a little weak in the laning phase. And because Empire has Enchantress and Doom, it's very likely that they run these two heroes on the off lane to pressure your safe lane. So you want a carry that's more self-sufficient.
I'll say goodbye to your Enigma, so
Fnatic's
no
turn to
straight up
bat.
jungler. The Chen's still
Chen,
available
yeah.
in the pool if you want to do the Chen versus Enchantress play. But it doesn't seem to always work out that well for the Chen.
With the Ursa pick, I think it's less likely. If you want to go like more push-oriented, like Chen Invoker is good even when you're
Empire's
against
turn to
Enchantress.
pick.
If you have like a carry that kind of pushes better than an Ursa, but I don't know, not really what I'd imagine to see DJ pick up. Venge pretty obvious, but something Empire actually they're on the dire side, but they have no real Roche taking potential. The Venge would have not just been a counter to the Batrider, but opened up Roche for them. So I think they do have some limitations of their draft.
Yeah,
considering
but
they're on the dire side.
they wanted to pick up the puck
10 seconds
like
remaining.
because of the cores they have Gyro Doom, like Gyro and Doom are their other
5
two cores which
seconds
doesn't provide
remaining.
lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
So you need a mid laner that like there's not many mid laners that can do that. They can lock down for a
Reserve
team fight or
time.
initiate a team fight. There's like Park, that's like Wind Ranger's not that reliable, and the most reliable is Park. So it fits their lineup.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the thought process they had. They wanted a mid laner that would actually help them execute their team fights.
Which one? Roche? Maybe you get like a Shadow Shaman, get some more lockdown, and also have Roche taking potential with the Serpent Wards. It's a bit
I
squishy,
can't remember
but
the last time Empire actually played
yeah,
a Shaman.
it
Like-
doesn't strike me as a King Hour hero.
Like, you said in game number one, the
Uh,
Fnatic may have actually considered it something like that.
I mean, like a hero that I thought would be good versus their heroes would be maybe Shadow Demon, but we haven't seen the hero a lot. It's very good versus Ursa, it's good versus the Bat as well. But we don't see the hero.
but
at all.
Shadow Demon.
Yeah. as
The,
a
the
support.
last time I saw it was played by Artstyle, and it.
Oh, was it the game he got
poison.
10
Aghanims?
What?
seconds
Was it the
remaining.
game that he actually got Aghanims?
I don't know if it was one of his recent games where maybe he did that, but
Fnatic's
not in
turn
that
to
game.
pick.
He never got any money to get anything in that game.
So this is another way of dealing with the lasso, but it's not instant. They have really good team fight with the Disruptor plus Puck plus Gyro. These three heroes provide a lot of team fight, good laning phase.
It's at least a nice combo to keep the Ursa in check.
Yeah, but if you talk about reliable lockdown, it's just like the coil. Like Glimpse is okay.
It's just when you also want to see, like, because like Ursa would
10
normally
seconds
go
remaining.
like early Mask of Madness kind of style. Like, should he go something more stable into
5
something like a
seconds
BKB
remaining.
because of all the magical control he's up against with
Mhm.
Team Empire? Or is it still
Reserve
worth just
time.
getting that early like Mask of Madness because of your progression?
You might still
5
go like
seconds
Mass or
remaining.
Madness, but then go for the BKB after instead of like the Aghanim. So Night Stalker. I was mentioning Night Stalker good versus the bad, but it's also good with the bad because it provides the vision, just like what the Spectre did for the bad the last game.
Do you think you can get away with just being kind of greedy, singing his jungle, Iron Talon, come out when it's 4 minutes in at nighttime?
They'll probably do that, I think.
Well, you could do that too, can't you? Because like the Ursa can just swap lanes with him too,
they-
so Night Stalker will get the safe lane.
They might actually just go, yeah, that's possible, but they also might start dual lane in the off lane together, like Bat plus
Bat,
Night
Night
Stalker.
Stalker.
Yeah, it's still pretty strong. Because Enchantress is going to jungle, so you have two heroes, like two tanky heroes at the start of the game to slow down the Disruptor, because you don't want to give Disruptor too many levels, because Disruptor is very, very powerful with levels.
I'm
So-
interested to see too if like Fnatic want to
10
aggressively
seconds
move, like an
remaining.
early smoke move into Team Empire's jungle, like restrict the Enchantress camps available
5
to her.
seconds
Possible,
remaining.
it's possible. I
Like
think
the level 1
I think
looks better
they
than
were
Empire's.
mentioning it, I think it was Cap or someone else, like whenever the enemy team has a jungling hero, you must always expect the other team to actually make a very early rotation to place wards and stuff. Oh, it was the Liquid game where Jerax got first blooded. Yeah, that was the game. So we'll see whether Fnatic actually decides to do that. And yep, Night Stalker doesn't have an Iron Talent, so no early jungling. He's
Instead, it's a rotation boots from DJ.
yeah, most likely going to lane with the bat.
It's more the DJ style as well. He wants to be active from minute 1, whereas a player like FY is happy to kind of sit in his jungle, farm up a little bit with the Iron Talon, then come
Yeah.
out 4 minutes in.
You know, I want to ask a question. I think like among all the offlaners, like Ohio is one of the offlaners that places the most wards for his team. I wonder if there's a stat for that. Like, not many offlaners actually do that. Like even when
Knoxville just gave us like, I look at him like, Knoxville, get some stats,
Is-
and he looks
is
back
there-
at me like, it's late. This is like our last minute day. Like, I don't know, stats? What?
But here's the question mark: does Ohio actually buy the wards?
no, he doesn't buy the wards.
He didn't even buy the TP. He got pulled the TP there as well.
I remember like Daryl, like we were talking to Daryl. Was it like during TI and he was like mentioning, FY doesn't like to
30
buy wards. I have to
seconds
buy
to
the
go.
wards myself.
Even going back to his Nature's Prophet days for a hire, like he would get level 1 teleport and TP in to the enemy jungle and plant
Yeah.
wards and stuff. So
team player, you know, Parker.
for sure, responsible teammate.
So one rune apiece, I guess.
Yeah, by the looks of it, they're going to give it obviously to the mids.
And what are they doing putting a hire on Bat Rider?
The
Clearly,
battle
mid ones is better.
begins.
Stats don't lie.
100% win rate
Nahaz-
versus 85.7%.
Nahaz is probably like sitting somewhere like, oh my god, please.
Sample size, please. Sample size.
So no camps are blocked, so Enchantress is gonna have free reign. So Miposhka. Let's see whether he decides to help the off lane first.
Sneaky from Ohio. It looks like he's just going to try tuck himself in to get some.
Oh, he's gonna pull the
Oh, he's
creep. I
gonna-
think. Pull the
Yeah.
creeps.
Yeah,
Because
no classic Jimmy play.
Unless Disruptor is near.
He is near-ish.
At that timing, he actually like. Is she not going to be ready, right,
Glimpse.
to actually creeps camp that? Because Ohio tried to before it hit the tier 1 tower. So that's a full wave of experience that Ohio will take.
That is extremely important for Bat because it's always about getting the level 2. So you have Sticky Napalm plus Firefly, so you can actually start jungling. So that is extremely crucial for the Bat. It's like when you see teams running the dual offlane with Bat Riders, the other guy will be stacking jungle. So once you get 2 or 3 stacks, that hero runs back to the offlane and then Bat Rider goes jungle. So you get a lot of experience.
Sunstrike a little bit off target. TJ stacking, like the thing you're talking about, is being watched. The Dire Observer was seeing practically everything that's going on there. So they'll understand when Ohio is going to slip over to it, but can they do anything about it? Like, they're seeing it, but
Enchantress,
Enchantress,
grab
I
a
guess.
tornado creep, come
Yeah.
and steal it. It's
that
possible.
would be the douche play.
He's at the bottom lane right now, so he's gonna be helping the Doom like the last game.
But later on, like once, like Bat Rider's not going to go straight into that camp, so you could theoretically make that move later as your next smoke rotation.
Well, we're coming after net. They got Troll Trap into Centaur Stomp. Just kind of causing problems for the Ursa, but really not that many. Now, PMS makes it difficult to inflict heavy amounts of damage into him.
Yeah, you could see like in both of the games like how much both of these teams are prioritizing in helping the offlaners. Like you see how much they value in getting the offlane a good start. Like some teams they value helping the mid more, but these two teams they value helping their offlaners a lot more.
Yeah, again, it's the stacking. You talk about helping the offlane as well. Ohio's Blink
Yeah,
Dagger.
this is just like the nice stuff.
Oh,
Oh, he missed the
one
stack.
little troll.
Damage.
Oh,
Imagine.
Little hill troll.
that actually sucks.
You only just missed that as well. Like, I had the yellow box up for it. Oh, so this is the way Alpha Life can do some kind of damage. That early Infernal Blade level. And looks like Miposhka again wants to have another crack. He's going to run out of his skeleton minions in a moment. So he's only got the Centaur plus the Dark Troll Summoner again.
This is really good for Fnatic if Empire is not getting any kills with the Enchantress, because Fnatic's just waiting for the first nighttime to come.
Oh, hello. King R. No, our highest not going to chase that. He doesn't have any mana. Never mind.
So they're just waiting for Bat Rider to go clear the stack, so Night Stalker can get experience on offlane and maybe some experience on the stack, and then wait for the nighttime to come. So hopefully when that comes, Night Stalker's like maybe level 3, 3.5, and then they'll look to make plays after that. So if Enchantress doesn't do anything before that happens, it'll be Fnatic's time to actually try and take control of the game when night falls.
This is when observers start to freak out. Because where the hell is First Blood going to be coming? This middle lane between Scandal as well as mid one has kind of been all out kind of brawling. And Scandal would only take him to have a little bit of extra mana on him, and he could make.
Well, that's what we saw last game, where it was almost what was close to a solo kill in the mid lane with the turnaround.
While Miposhka's bringing down enough creeps, they could easily dive underneath the tier 1 tower against the Ursa too.
And then top lane, you've got Glimpse into Rocket Barrage, so
small details.
Pressure's on Toby.
Yeah. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Okay, so 30 seconds to night, and Bat Rider's going to clear. Oh, he doesn't have mana for Firefly. XY is very common, you know, Bat Riders when they go offlane, they have like one clarity just to clear
Stun.
stacks.
Afterlife, trouble. Already starting up with that quick attack. Afterlife net. Is one more attack going to do it? No, he's got a Centaur Stomp. A War Stomp creep actually saves the Doombringer's life. And he gets back to a tier 1 tower.
You clearly had no faith in the War Storm, you know, like even from the last game, you're like,
Dude,
what?
who does?
I
Like, just really, Winter, are you going to lay that one on me, saying that I should have faith in a War Stomp, in a Centaur, and no Aura creep, and a Stomp that costs you 100 mana out of your 254?
Well, can't argue with the results, it actually saved him.
True. Would you like to judge that a little bit more from your armchair?
Okay, so nighttime falls and Bat Rider is taking the stack right now. So this is looking good for Fnatic since Enchantress didn't get anything done in the first 4 minutes of the game.
You say it's looking good for Fnatic, but you look at like the CS chart right now. There's a lot of red Dire heroes up there doing well.
Yeah, but I'm just looking at like the hero composition and the potential of what you can actually execute in the early game.
And even though it's nighttime, I still feel like Empire are very stable, strong lanes. It's not like there's any clear openings for Night Stalker to say, oh, if he goes this lane, he can set up a kill.
Just a safe lane, I guess.
Yeah.
The Night Stalker didn't really pick up that much anyway to start his rotations. Like, this guy's level 3. Like, he needs more time on the lane.
Yeah, he's gonna start to move soon, I guess. Like, I think bottom lane is like their safe lane is like the easiest lane to get a kill on, unless they rotate another hero to top.
Right, and DJ does have a TP, so either rotate +1 hero towards top lane or DJ TP. Okay, he's going to TP bottom.
That's bottom lane. Here's the attack. Nice stun. Miposhka. Oh, he's still alive. No, he's not. DJ will come in. The Void to do the job. They've still got the Hadouken creep ready. In 1 second time, he's body blocking up DJ, making it difficult to get away, allowing Scandal his time to rotate down to get the Dream Call follow-up orb. So a 2-for-1 trade-off. And looks like First Blood. There's that glimpse into Rocket Barrage we're talking about. Ohio had a lot of stick shots up his sleeve, and now he's actually going to turn the Firefly up. He'll take the kill. He almost got committed. He's actually going to get it with a follow-up stun from 3-4-3. He turns 0 into 2. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We actually, because that was so close, we actually get the results in the teamfight recap from both the top and the bottom lane fight.
And regen. Like, a regeneration rune for Bat Rider. Alright.
I mean, he deserves it after those plays.
It's a real thing. 3-4-3 as well, getting involved at the end. That's going to do wonders for his level progression. And Ohio is going to trigger regen, Firefly up. He's now going to do it. There's your Hex. 3-4-3 does still have the stun available, which will mean an extra 2 sticky napalm charges. And Ramses even flame break back in again, and he'll burn out. That is now 2 very quick deaths. But at the same time, the Invoker was picked off by a, I'm assuming a smoke movement from Team Empire.
Not sure.
Disruptor had a smoke. All his spells were up.
No, yeah, they did use one smoke. Yeah.
Okay,
so it was used by Enchantress then.
Alright. Interesting. But yeah, this Bat Rider is having a hell of a game, and we're just 7 minutes in.
2-0-1, not too shabby.
Yep.
Normally it's the Night Stalker you look to see like those early plays out, but DJ was involved in the bottom one at least. Oh, mid one.
Oh
You
dear.
cannot TP onto a tower like
Sunstrike.
that.
Does he have Sunstrike?
He should be able to.
Oh, cooldown. He's on.
But the Forge Spirit is obviously a really, really weak unit. He's gonna. You actually defensively have to use a smoke to escape a Forge Spirit.
Okay, he's gonna try for the Sunstrike.
1 second.
Radiant's
Invoke?
bottom
No, he's
tower
not gonna
is
try.
under
Invoke?
attack.
Oh, you gotta at least go for it.
Invoke.
Dire's top tower
Wait,
is
just wait
under
till he gets
attack.
back to base. Like that timing to get back to base.
Nah, he's not gonna try.
Soft.
So there goes another smoke for Empire. I mean, that's gonna affect the tempo of the puck especially, because you don't want to like waste too much smokes early game. Because when puck
Dire's
gets the
middle
dagger, you
tower
want to be
is
smoking
under
around,
attack.
getting the kills and initiating the fights.
Because of the move back by at least the Disrupt, like now the Tier 1 tower in the mid lane takes a little bit of extra damage. We've seen teams like throw their bodies against these towers to protect them throughout today's games.
Yeah, like tower is like map control, and map control is very, very important when the game is played at such a fast pace. You know, like you want to be able to back up faster than your opponent. You want to have like more heroes in a certain area, especially like the towers near the Roshan. Like all this is very, very important for the early to mid game.
And especially a team which is always looking to stack up to get that like Bat Rider Blink dagger up a little bit earlier. The Gyrocopter will be looking for all of his stacks as well.
He almost has his blink already. Like again, like with Bottle and Tranquils this early with blink.
Yeah, you maybe see like an 11 12-minute blink dagger if you just go brown boots blink, but he's not skimping. He even has the magic stick to go with it. So
How's the puck looking? My puck actually went treads as well as not tower.
Yeah, that's why like sometimes you see players. I think especially I think Dandy, like he sometimes rushes the blink without the treads.
It's because he normally goes like he goes blink and then boots into Midas, right?
Yeah,
So he can
depends on the
transition a bit
games.
quicker into his next phase
Like,
items.
The reason why players do that is because of the tempo. Like you want to get to that tempo where, because if you buy trades, you
Radiant's
slow
top
down your
tower is under
crucial
attack.
tempo by maybe 4 minutes or 5 minutes. Like sometimes there's a very early fight happening and you don't have the blink, and you want to have the blink for that fight.
and with a hero like Gyrocopter, I feel having that really timely
Ooh,
blink
this-
goes a long way.
This wraparound, DJ's going to turn on the darkness, so they won't even see it coming in. Net is ready to fight. He winds himself up, and now Ramses gets destroyed. The Invoker Sunstrike will do the work. The Hex from 343 allows the extra control, and Net will find that kill as well. But Scandal, gotta be careful. Maposhka wants to do a little bit more damage. That Impetus Net. Oh, they get the Doom. Oh, the denial! The Doom actually allowed DJ to take the kill away from them. The Tier 1 tower on the top lane will still belong here to Team Empire unless DJ's gonna... No! Okay, he's gonna lose his life for that attempted denial. Should lose his life for that... Will lose his life for the attempted denial.
Yep, but Invoker
got
got
mid tier 1.
Invoker got the mid tier 1, so it was okay
Radiant's
for
top
Fnatic.
tower
But
is under attack.
I mean, Empire just brought everyone to that fight. They were ready to take Fnatic head on.
so both teams lost their carry. Like Gyro and Ursa both died. Yep. But Empire got an extra kill. But both traded one tower. So I mean, it's
And
all-
Empire had to bring 5, whereas Invoker gets like a solo
Yeah.
mid push and tower. So I feel like it's a pretty even trade all in all. And the mid tower a lot more important at this any stage of the game. So
yeah, because that actually allows the Ursa easier
Keep
access
your eyes on
to
bottom.
the rush.
Ramses is backing up. But they may just force the issue anyway. 343 just hit his level 6. So Finger of Death's available for them now. So they got some really good nuke.
Yep. Smoke top. Bat Rider has his blink.
this is the Lasso Sunstrike gank, if possible.
I think he didn't actually see him.
He's sticky napalm.
Oh, he's okay.
he's sticky napalm the entire Enchantress army. Yeah, so Maposhka gets the hell out of there.
I mean, he can still TP, like, because the enemy doesn't see him, so he can still TP to bottom lane if he wants to initiate a fight elsewhere. But he's still not showing himself on the map, so the enemy doesn't know.
Dire's
Where
top
he is right
tower
now.
is under attack.
Like, it's really important when you're playing like Bat Rider, you're playing Beastmaster, you want to stay off the map as much as you can.
Well, Empire kind of have to take a gamble here because they see Ursa top and then they also see 2 or 3 heroes bottom. So they're like, okay, which of these do we defend? Where is the Bat Rider? They kind of have to know with Bat Rider start he's going to have a Blink Dagger, but
Dire's top
you're kind of
tower
scared
is
as to
under
whether you
attack.
defend top Bat Riders behind net or do you
Dire's
defend
structures
bottom
are fortified.
and then suddenly Bat Rider's going to be behind DJ.
Yeah, it just makes it very hard for the opponent to play. So right now, Empire, they are going to have the blink on Puck right now. He's 2200 gold. So they're going to wait for that before they make a move. But they only have like one smoke available.
Yeah, they just got onto the Disruptor.
Yeah, and their next smoke is on in 10 minutes. So They have to make this count.
Bottom lane, this is an easier kill when Afterlife's a little bit too far out. Sunstrike, it's enough earlier damage. They're going to find that pick off a Dream Call. Okay, it's not going to do the work Scandal wanted it to do. Disruptor already we thrown out, but King R could not hold them in. It's not a guaranteed controller. Even the glimpse back over on mid one, he needs a little bit of space. Turned himself around onto Posca. And King R's going to drop. Mid one will survive.
Man, Ohio even bottling the Invoker, like mid one in the middle of the fight. What a player.
I mean, he's just in the right place. He spent so much time hiding in the trees above the top T1 tower, and then as soon as there's a fight bottom, I'm like, oh, this could be bad. Ohio's might not be here, but no, he's there. He's ready.
This is so quick as well. With Empire losing so many heroes, if mid one could get rid of this tower before the respawn times, then there's no TP to instantly come and be on top of that tower. Attempted denial from Enchantress going to miss. So this means now Roshan belongs to Fnatic with no way for Empire to bring in reinforcements.
Yeah, and I agree with Toby as well. I think that Afterlife in the last fight was just way too far up, like out of position. Like, he shouldn't have been so far up. Like considering Fnatic were like missing for quite some time. So that mistake allowed Fnatic to get a tower and get Roshan. So that is absolutely huge.
And unlike last game, there's no insta
But
swap
either placing
to save him or
wards.
something.
Oh, he wanted to he wanted to place a ward.
I think he actually placed the one at bottom tier 1 too when they went for that push. He kind of swung in, at least swung in from where that ward was. I'm not sure if he planned it.
Yeah, I mean,
way.
like we had a stat earlier, but it was comparing like Ohio placing wards with his own teammates. Obviously, the supports would place more wards. Like
he was
I'm like
still pretty high.
Yeah, I'm
all
talking
things
about
considered.
comparing him to other offlaners. Like he places a lot of wards. Like I think him and ISSIs are probably the two offlaners that places the most wards for their team.
When you play such maneuverable, like maneuverable heroes like the Batrider, it's a lot safer putting them out in the front lines than your supports.
Yeah, especially when you have a spell like Firefly, it's easier for you to get wards placed.
Yeah. Probably a lot more difficult as well for your opponent to work out exactly where you put them. Because you're like basically going over cliff sides and everything else.
Yeah, especially when you're Prophet. It's like there's no way the enemy knows where you place the ward if you actually TP into the trees and place them. So
See, there's your new nerf coming for the next patch. Prophet. You'll actually have his old TP.
oh, the one where you can't actually TP into fog? Like
Yep.
Unexplored terrain.
That nerfs a lot of heroes. Remember the old like animates where you want to like blink juke on a cliff and it's like, oh, can't blink up there.
It actually meant so much more like too with like your initial scouting of treants. Like the past they would then say like you can go this way, like you can TP onto this point.
Bottom tower is under attack.
So it's even more important to kill off those treants, but not just a full thing.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Okay, so bottom tier 1 tower is going to belong to Team Empire. They bring all 5 men.
Yeah, but
Do
look at
this
what
bottom lane.
Fnatic's getting. They're like occupying the enemy jungle. They're occupying mid lane, the top lane, so they're getting more space and more
Dire's
farm
middle
across
tower is under
their heroes.
But Team Empire, like, we're taking out this tier 1 and tier 2 tower in mid. Shouldn't be too difficult to rotate into the tier 1 tower and the bottom lane to rotate into the mid lane to take out the tier 1 tower. They might be able to control
Fnatic
the
will
Fnatic
fight them though.
jungle.
That's the thing. Fnatic's going to be not letting Empire get too much in exchange.
They
might
still don't see the bear either.
always missing from the
Oh,
map.
they're going to smoke, actually.
How
How many TPs have we got? Like, TPs on Lion
They're
doesn't have
gonna
a
wait
TP.
in the middle lane, I guess.
And that's got his. Okay, everyone but Lion has a TP to come to this. But they're actually... The Lion's being drawn down right now by 3-4-3. Basically saying we should attack at this point. Instead, they can kill couriers.
I wonder if they take it
That's
or go
the
for the
only
fight.
advantage if they want
Yeah,
to.
they want the fight. They're going to ignore the courier. They're hoping.
How much do you think Empire was just using that courier as bait? Like, they'll kill it. They'll kill it. We know they'll kill it.
Oh, Fnatic just didn't wait long enough.
No.
They're
Ahaya's still in a
smoke-
pretty good position.
Their smoke ran out.
He's going to find Ramses. Blink, Lasso, Scandal, right there behind him. However, and Net, he jumps into the middle of the Disruptor ulti. Gonna get doomed as well. The Flame Break starts to burn on top of Team Empire. And Net, well, he's taking through a lot of this. Remember, he's got the Aegis, the Immortal. So even if he dies right now, what really of value has been lost? The puck is down. The Doom will join him. And the stun, too short there from 3-4-3. But that's a puck and a Doombringer going down for the cost of your Aegis, the Immortal. Mid one, probably stop taking damage from the tower. Will be helpful.
That was still a really good move from Ursa to actually blink up. Like Net actually blinked up and he tanked all the damage with his ultimate. So that was even though their initiation didn't really work out as planned because the glimpse actually cancelled the lasso, but Ursa bought enough time for his team to actually get there. So that was really good play from Net.
Look at the difference in net worth. You got 9.5k over on the Invoker to the 5.9k of the Doombringer. That's the difference. Now, well, Finger of Death, Disruptor, dead very, very quickly. Ohio hardly even controlled him. Now Scandal, well, he'll actually have a nice little combination here. The Dream Call into the call down, allowing him to pick off the Lion. The 3-4-3 is down, but Net just turns on the Enrage, chases up after Afterlife, but he can't do it anymore. Scandal back into the fight, and the Impetus damage, that's long enough. Net will take a fall. You still have this pesky Invoker running away, so they can't control him, and the Night Stalker is also a way to safety.
Yep, they just got a bit like over-eager. They went for the kill behind the tower with the finger, and they paid the price for it, a very heavy price.
Radiant's middle tower
Kind
is
of
under
reminiscent of
attack.
that last game where they get this lead and then you just get a little bit over-eager, needed to settle down, but it's always that wake-up call where it's like, okay, we've got control, let's just go back to what was working for us, slow the tempo down a little bit, while still at least maintaining map control.
Yeah, their secondary tempo is like the Axe for the Night Stalker, and obviously the 4-star from Bat Rider. Those are the two key things, and the gem as well. These are the three most important items that they want to get on Fnatic before they try and progress and, you know, push the high ground.
Is there any other critical item you want to see on mid one too? Like, he's got his BTs as well as his Eul Scepter.
I mean, it's not so important whatever he gets. I think the other items that his teammates are going to get are more, obviously getting like his Aghanim's is nice, and whatever items that are going to help him in team fights, like maybe even the BKB. But I feel like the other items, like I mentioned, the Aghanim's, the 4-star and the gem, these are the three most important items that they want to get on the Night Stalker and the Bat. Like
Yeah, I agree. I mean, just looking at Empire's vision right now, they have complete a lot of that goes back to they've got complete control of this Radiant jungle now in terms of wards. So that's something that the gem on Bat Rider can at least help deal with.
X, they're going after Afterlife, but you don't have yourself a Finger of Death. So there's no burst damage against this Doombringer. Plus, he's got 1600 life.
He's dead.
Triggers off the drums and 3-4-3. Naposhka right behind him. Impetus damage galore. You'll need one more, and that's it. Hadouken almost trying to steal it there from Afterlife. Not going to happen.
Is under attack.
And Ramsey's will have to come and clean up the top lane. So even though they do find 2 kills,
I guess we got ourselves a game again.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
how close of it? Okay, so you've actually lost almost a 5k advantage for now.
Yeah, that's pretty substantial. And Bat Rider's 4-star has been delayed again. It's the last 2
They're coming in for the fight. Ramsey's already feels it though. Maybe a little bit too early on that darkness, because it kind of like sprung the trap before Net was in position to make a play.
He also wanted to pop it like before minute 20, before the actual night. Like, you see most of the players, they pop their ultimate before the night kicks in. So he still wanted to use it anyways, but didn't get the gank going for his team. So 300 go away from his 4-star on the bat. They really need the force before they try to make another move. How about Roshan? Roshan is in a few more minutes.
And that's probably where Fnatic for now are looking to just keep these lanes pushed out, keep Empire under a bit of pressure. That unfortunately, by doing so, they've given up a few pickoffs here and there, but
Yeah.
ultimately it's very much playing around their strategy.
I mean,
which
it's
is-
also the vision in the jungle that's allowing Empire to decide where the pickoffs can happen and the vision that they have.
This timing from 3-4-3, the Observer Ward to break the smoke. Oh no, he walked away! A fraction of a second too early. Maybe he realizes what's also happening. So he's just on the run, and there's your blink. He'll get away from Scandal. They'll actually send Dream Coil, and the damage. Okay, they use Glimpse. He probably would have
He
died
almost
anyway
gets
to the
away
Dream
there.
Coil
That's
trigger, but
That's actually such fast reactions from him.
They call that muscle memory, Parker, sometimes. You know, you get stunned like immediately after that, you just double tap.
All
your
I know,
TV.
Winter, is I don't know what that's called because I can't do that.
Alright, looks like Ohia's going to come down the bottom lane. There's already a very aggressive Observer Ward, which is just out of range of the Sentry, so Empire, actually, that really is only just
Man,
out
just
of
look
range.
at the wards they have in the enemy jungle.
They've had all of these wards up for the last 6-7 minutes too.
And this is actually literally keeping them in the game. Like, all the last few pickoffs have happened
Dire's
around this
middle
area.
tower is under attack.
Oh, Eul Scepter's actually going to bring the Bat Rider in a position where you can glimpse it back just far enough. The Scandal could try and make a play. TP out, there's no Dream Coil, but they have more than enough damage to get the kill on the Bat Rider.
Alright.
5 pickoffs in a row unanswered. I think it was 12 kills to 7.
When was the last time we saw Invoker involved in any kind of action? Like, both Net as well as mid one, they've just been dodging almost everything. It's Ohio that's been getting caught out.
The plan, I think, because Fnatic are very much trying to finish off those key items, the 4-staff, the Aghanim Scepter on the Night Stalker. So it's like, okay, kind of play split up, try and get your farm, finish these core items, but you can't be getting picked off as you do so. But with Empire's fantastic vision, they're finding it.
Well, 3-4-3, Sunstrike, we're on top of Ramses, and this creates a lot more space. 3-4-3, however, going to get glimpsed back in again. He does have his Stun of Val. Okay, no, he doesn't.
He tries it again.
That's bit ambitious.
He's okay with that, though. Like, you've just got off a Gyrocopter, you gave another kill to the Invoker, who's almost level 16.
You call that ambitious, I call that muscle memory again.
He just used Dream Crawl. Let's instant TP away.
But Roshan is up and Empire scouts it out. They have the lads on the Doom.
But Night Stalker Ags.
Real nice time to get that for DJ.
So Fnatic
fine.
have most.
Did
They buy the
Invoker-
Invoker buys the gem.
Yeah, he's been,
He's so
involved with
rich.
creeps
Yeah.
all the time.
He's the one with he's the guy with almost 14k net worth. Come on.
Well,
And
it's
he
very-
could do something for his team.
It's very much like we want to fight now. We just got this Ags. Who can afford the gem? And like no
they,
one-
they realize
no one's
like the reason why Empire is getting all these pickups is because of the vision that they have, and they are not able to like pinpoint the location of the ward, so they need the gem.
Here's your attack. Empire's coming down south. However, they are missing one of their players. It's the Disruptor. Flying up a big control factor, and the Observer Ward's already down. So Empire's movement being watched very, very closely by Fnatic.
Yeah, this fight is very, very crucial. Whoever wins this fight will get Roshan as a reward.
Are they even going to fight? Like, Fnatic, like, this Observer Ward scouted their entire team coming down. Like, don't you just dodge at this point? Like, BT the Invoker up to top lane?
But they can't leave, like, they need to cover.
Yeah, they need
about
Roshan,
Roshan,
don't they?
They're gonna
Can't
smoke.
TP anyone up there.
Okay.
Die had no vision
Night
there.
Stalker has to give the Bat Rider the vision.
Here they come. So the vision inside the pit, they see everything. Batrider, he goes for Ramsey. Disruptor already goes down, but already Ramsey, he's getting fully clipped up by Ohio. And Afterlife, he got pushed up on the hillside. He can't do anything. Maybe he could throw a couple of pebbles down there. He doomed up net, but there's just no follow through. So you've actually got two heroes. He's still burning inside the firefight. It's not enough damage, or is it? With the flame break, yeah,
Oh my
he's going to
God.
burn out. They're
Ohio.
taking out 3 heroes of Team Empire. Fnatic will make it 4 as the Enchantress runs away, but Net's back into it. Ursa will end the unstoppable streak, and even the shards are going to die as well. What is that kind of death animation for it?
Batman is the man of the moment there. Oh my god, he just deleted 2 heroes on that fight.
That's the cliff notes for that fight.
Oh, good play, Roshan. Scandal. It looks like he's trying to go for a bit of a fun play. Roshan just got killed by the Dire.
Wait, he got the last
He actually killed it with the orb.
Alright,
You make your
something.
own
That's
luck
something.
sometimes.
Yeah. You still lose the Aegis the Immortal, however. That's going to be in the hands of Net. And you've just lost one huge-ass fight. That's when these grubs can start swinging back up the way for
Yeah,
that.
they actually, I don't think they knew about the Aghanim's. That's why they were not ready for that fight. Because they thought that there's no vision for the Bat Rider. But unfortunately, Aghanim's was already up on DJ, so it allowed Ohio to do what he did in that fight. It was just like, he pulled the gyro up the cliff, flame break, the Doom on the other side. Basically,
And
the
then
fight.
the deafening blast pushed the. It was the deafening blast.
Oh, it
that
was
pushed-
the
no,
deafening-
yeah, it
oh, it wasn't
Invoker.
the flame break?
No, no.
Oh, okay.
It was deafening blast from Invoker.
Right. So the fight was basically over
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah. So a higher cliff one, mid one did another, and like at that point, there's nothing you can do.
And like the disruptor even reacted. King R actually reacted really quickly. Like he immediately dropped the static storm when he saw the Bat Rider.
Yeah,
But
on top of themselves, which
Yeah.
is definitely the best play you could make.
But isn't that the problem you're talking about during the drafting phase? It's not an instant control. It's not that. You almost have to hold them in position with the Dream Call first, 100%, and that just didn't happen.
Yeah.
Empire won't be the ones getting the jump. Not if, as soon as they have to counterplay
yeah,
Fnatic's
but
initiation, they're in
it's
trouble.
against Aghanim's Night Stalker.
Oh,
so
Yeah, so
that's-
you have to counterplay.
They also take Roshan very slowly as well with their draft, so they were very much kind of taking a big gamble there, praying that Night Stalker did not have that Aghanim Scepter.
So, I mean, at least they got the Roshan kill. That's like the consolation prize.
That's not a lot to write home about. It's like, hey, you just played a Wheel of Fortune. Have a board game so you can experience all of your losses all over again.
Well, at least it was something, for the team. So Poshka's gonna get his Aghanim soon. So that will actually enhance their output, the damage output they have a lot. So
He seems to be doing a lot of the damage for his team.
yes, they have to
Because this
wait for it.
Gyrocopter is still just an SMY, and now, well, he does have the BKB done for Ramses. That just got completed 26 minutes in.
I mean, it's gonna somewhat help him against the Invoker and the Lion Finger. So it's okay.
I always get concerned when a hero like that turns, because it doesn't seem right, but it does when you look at at the dire side minimap.
Those two spirits did like almost 1,000 damage like, with the invoke. Oh my god.
Mid one's just like he's pulled them all up to the top lane, and then the rest of Fnatic just take the tier 2 tower on bottom.
And Empire have to respond to this. They can't counter push top lane. This is already getting deep onto their side of the map. So,
well, Fnatic doesn't need to go anywhere. Like they need to wait another like 350 gold for mid one to have his own BKB.
they'll wait for nighttime too, but they can just leave the Forge Spirits pushing the lane, and those Forge Spirits will force heroes to defend, and all you need is a hero defending a lane, and that's going to lead into those lasso initiation opportunities.
I mean, right now they just want to like contain Empire because they have the superior vision with Night Stalker and like what Parker mentioned, wait for minute 28, nighttime, and just slowly suffocate the enemy, get a pick off. And Empire doesn't have a very good way of like, apart from the Dream Core, they don't have a very good way of picking the enemy off.
BKB galore.
Yeah, doubles. God. Maposhka's gonna have to do so much damage in this upcoming fight.
Yeah, I think it's like he's the key hero that Net can actually target down in the fights. I think as the Ursa, you want to remove the Enchantress every time you see her in the team fight.
Even as someone like the Lion, if you're 3-4-3.
True. That's true too.
They still haven't delivered that BKB to mid one, but Ohio wants to jump. He doesn't find a target.
That's every outer tower down now, so Fnatic still having Aegis, very much it will turn into Empire. How the game has changed. You look at 5-10 minutes ago, Empire had 3 or 4 wards up in the Radiant jungle, they were pushing out, all it took was one Night Stalker Aghanim Scepter and complete map control lost by Empire.
Actually, what are they, like, they have not a single ward. Yeah, that's kind of harsh. At the same time, Fnatic only have one Observer ward of their own, but they've got a Night Stalker.
Yeah, DJ is the...
3-4-3, Maposhka, primary target, the Deafening Blast, pushing him down, but not down far enough, as Net's BKB as well as Ramsey's going to work. Afterlife taking a fall pretty quickly. Net needs a little bit more damage, got 7 stacks, but he'll lose the Aegis to the Immortal. While the Gyro and the Puck, they're picking up the rest of Fnatic on the back line. The Blink Away will be coming out from Net, and maybe now he'll try and mow down Afterlife. He'll get it as well, but now completely isolated underneath the Empire lineup. And Fnatic is just another one of these fights where the swing just slaps him in the face.
Oh my god, that was so close. He almost got the glimpse off. Man, that fight they actually like overextended really deep. They didn't kill the Enchantress with the finger plus Sunstrike combo. So their initiation wasn't clean, and Puck actually caught the backline there, so it was a very good counter initiation from Scandal. And they got the gem as well from the Night Stalker.
And watch the experience and gold dip back down again. Bringing our game a little bit closer.
Yeah, I think like the best way again is just to wait for the bat to initiate. I think that's like the most secure way for Fnatic to actually start a fight and make sure that they...
Well, they tried to do it, they just weren't really there.
I mean, they started the fight with the Lion.
Yeah. You get your bat, initiates, pulls one in. Even if there's a glimpse onto the bat, the 4-star back is instant, so that hero still gets pulled away from the rest of his team. And then Lion can impale, finger, burst that target down, so... You force the fight where you're already positioned rather than where Empire are close to their high ground.
It's like much lesser chance of the situation going badly. Like it's much harder for the opponent to react to that. Whereas if you do it with the Lion, it's not so reliable. I mean, Fnatic is still in control of the game with the Night Stalker, so it's
like Empire's cowering inside their base at the moment still.
I mean, this is the type of game where you are behind and you're against a Night Stalker, a vision controller. So it's not much they can do about that.
They should get any... No, they didn't. I thought maybe in that last minute they'd get a single obs up somewhere.
Oh, Shadowblade. Interesting.
Interesting choice as well when you're going up against a Night Stalker with Aghanims and Gem.
Oh,
sorry, actually, yeah, there's no Gem.
Yeah. And you know there'll be another gem coming up soon again, but if Fnatic, part of when you want to starve your opponents and keep them in their bases, you have heroes pushing in all 3 lanes, and that's where the Shadowblade
I actually don't like this so much though, because I feel like the only way like Empire can get back into the game is like maybe win a team fight, and BKB will probably help them better with winning the team fight, because I'm not sure how much you can actually get done with the Shadowblade.
Well, I think you can also get back into the game by finding pickoffs.
Yeah, it's much more difficult because it's against a Night Stalker. Maybe if against other heroes, I would say yeah, Shadowblade can actually allow him to do that. I'm not sure. He might still be able to pull that off.
There's been a number of times when the Invoker is off by himself, like split pushing a lane,
Yeah,
for
that's
example.
true.
And
That's
that's
true.
where the Shadow Blade can help initiate.
So they want to get a new gem. Do they have a new gem? No, 1
On
minute.
cooldown, I believe.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, for another minute.
So you want to wait for the new
roughly.
gem in 1 minute, and Roshan will spawn about that time as well. So those are the things that Fnatic need to wait for before they make their next big move.
Well, they find an opening. And Ohia's going to jump. Lasso, drag it back a little bit further into the Sunstrike. And they have enough damage.
That is actually one tankier Enchantress. Sunstrike, Meatball, Deafening Blast, Void.
Radiant's top
They still need to find a little bit more than this, though. The Observer was able to reveal a little bit, like the Scandal's moving around inside that inside that dire jungle. But you 35 seconds until the Enchantress is back. Is this when you can go? Like you got no lasso. Is it still doable?
Radiant's top tower.
Try not to overextend. Like just do as much damage as you can, like from a safe distance.
And
obviously.
considering how they've been punished by buybacks before, I don't really think Fnatic are interested in.
I mean, they did
truly
400,
pressing
400
that.
damage to the tower, so that's something.
Sure. Chuck, yeah, you don't have to commit heroes. You commit the forward spirits with the alacrity.
Yep. Gem is almost up. Roshan will spawn in a minute. So, yep. And then the next night will come in minute 36.
Well, they could force it a little bit early with the night time. And there's actually, yeah, gem in the hands of DJ. Looks like also a BKB getting closer and closer for Ohio. Now about 800 gold away from completing it.
Yeah, they just need to wait for all those items to be done, then go siege. Because if they make another mistake and Doom gets more items, then it could be troublesome later. Because Doom can just eliminate the Invoker, which is your most farm hero out of the fight every single time.
And even for Gyrocopter, he's not quite reached the point where he does much damage through the BKBs, but he gets a butterfly, then you put like another item on top of that, and suddenly he becomes a bigger threat moving forward.
Yeah, like Fnatic's heroes is like they want to control the temple, control your vision. They don't really have like a strong like carry hero. Like all their heroes are semi-carries. So if Empire can actually get to that stage with the Enchantress getting another item, maybe a Moonshot, and then the Gyro getting the butterfly done.
Ooh,
Doom.
hello. Hello.
Ohio thinks he has teammates.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's actually alone. Well, his teammates are.
He doesn't believe it's this good.
It's like, why is that guy standing there alone?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense, because literally it doesn't.
If only Ohio knew the truth.
It's like, are we a 4K
You know,
game now?
when you're like playing the Bear Rider or the Beastmasters and you see heroes like this, sometimes you look at the player who's playing that hero. Like if you look at maybe someone who tends to always be alone, like maybe Hovos, then maybe you go for the play. But if you look at Burning standing at that position alone, you know he's not alone. That's like the mentality of the player sometimes. Like Burning would never be there alone.
Fnatic are now very much aware Roshan is up.
And
At the same time, Empire now very much aware that Fnatic is moving around here, and they're going to get rid of the wards. Again, like this is why Empire can't have nice things.
contesting Roche, the Bat Rider around the Roshan pit. We saw last time you get one hero on a cliff with Lasso, you've got the Death Blast, you've also got the potential for a Flame Break. I think Empire just cannot contest this. They're grouping up to smoke though, so is that Empire making...
I think it's they realize Net's still on the bottom lane. Like he
They're
keeps
coming.
showing himself on the bottom lane, so they know this isn't a very quick Roshan. Like Net's gonna jump in now and do the work. So they will kill off Roshan. This is Aegis and Cheese Tornado trying to buy a little bit of space. Call down goes to work. Aegis in model in the hands of Net and Cheese. It gets into the hands of Ramses. He's also got the butterfly, but again Ohio trying to clip him, and he's going to be able to do it. BKB or not, he's stuck up there, and they'll just pick off. Well, actually, nope. Yep, they'll take out the line. Ursa not too healthy. Burns the Aegis model.
Zara's no TP, can't get down.
That's a problem. He's going to drop the cheese so someone can give him a TP scroll so he can TP down. The Sunstrike's looking for something here, so now it's Afterlife who will blink himself down up the hillside. What, Tornado? Send him up, at least put the Blink Dagger on the cooldown, but that's going to be all. Is now Maposhka. Oh, careful with 4 staffs.
Wow.
Helps with the damage.
Good fight for him.
Glimpse?
Yep, there it goes. Glimpse on the Invoker. Yulsep doesn't cancel that one. In fact, he's going to self-Yules. And can't invoke anything to get himself out of that fight. So,
Oh my god, is Empire actually gonna turn this game around?
anything is possible. This is the world of Dota. But look at this. Like right now, we're looking at a freaking wave graph. This it's like Fnatic build up a big advantage and then some horrible fight for them happens. And Empire gets something back in return. This will also be a tier 2 tower. If they can get the buyback from the Invoker and delay that side device of his, might be even better, unless that's meant to be a defensive Lincoln Sphere. DJ caught out. They don't have Glimpse because the silence over on King R as TJ, man, he gets locked in time. He tried to drop the gem on the high ground so someone else from Fnatic could try and recollect it. But not going to happen. Ohio, he doesn't have his 4-staff available. He does have the BKB. But they're trying to keep Empire away from their tier 3 tower if possible.
This is not looking good for Fnatic right now. They might be forced to use their buyback. Right? One buyback.
That was the Night Stalker. Makes it so Empire at least feel a little bit more defensive, and it's fine. Like, Night Stalker buys back, what does he really delay? If the Invoker buys back, you say goodbye to your early hacks. I say early.
It probably delays. I think like the best item probably you could get is a Vlads for his team.
Okay,
for the Ursa. Yep. But that's the
Protection from the Glimpse and the Doom.
That's the Lincolns for the Invoker. This is actually really stressful for Fnatic right now because the game has started to fall into like the timing window of the Doom and the Gyro. Like these two heroes plus the Enchanters are becoming really strong right now towards the later stages of the game. And Ursa is like kind of limited, you know, like what you can do right now, and you're not ahead as the Ursa. Like the Ursa is actually not that rich.
Where are all these gems now? So you got one over on Scandal. I'm assuming the other one's back on, back on Courier. And both of these gems belong to Fnatic. Empire haven't had to expend any cash for a gem. And they still have the cheese over on Ramses. Another thing to keep in mind during the next fight. They would need to instantly pop down that Gyrocopter who's got 2k life and the evasion of Butterfly.
Yes, Butterfly. Yeah, like there's no MKB, so as long as he's able to pop his BKB before the lasso happens, then he should always be fine. This is actually looking pretty good in team fights for Empire. They have completed so many of their big items for the late game.
And it's not just 1 or 2 heroes, they've truly got damage spread across 4 of their cores.
Here comes Fnatic.
Oh, this has to work for Fnatic.
And there's all 5 heroes from Empire. They're ready. They're waiting. Batri's going to reveal him. Gets the Blink Lasso, dragging over Ramses as Net goes to work over on the puck. They already got the Disruptor down with the Finger of Death. They take the Gyrocopter as well. He couldn't get the cheese off in time, and Afterlife slowed down by that Ice Wall of the Invoker. They just can't work. They have to back out. And Team Empire now 3 heroes on the sideline, 2 of them with buyback.
I thought they were ready for that.
To do so.
They looked like they were ready for that, but apparently not. Like Gyro didn't manage to pop his BKB, and
Well, they couldn't see him. They couldn't see him, right?
So that's the thing, it's like, oh, we've got the high ground advantage. No, not against Night Stalker. Night Stalker has always got the high ground advantage, even when on the low ground. He sees you before you see them.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is
They have to buy
under
back.
attack.
If they lose this mid-racks, I guess life is already hard enough when you're defending from inside your base.
they're still not buyback. They're gonna lose their racks.
Yep. Is
I
that
guess
really
the
the
call.
choice?
I guess the call is not to buy back.
You got no Dream Call? Like, King R is the most exposed. The Impetus damage on the mid one actually dropping down to half-life. And just, okay, yeah, they're going to try and avoid the buyback. Doom's up in 3 seconds' time. They don't have fortification still, so the range tracks will fall. And with a glimpse onto DJ, Fnatic may be forced into the fight. DJ's just going to try and TP out. Not going to happen with Infernal Blade there. So DJ will be the sacrifice.
Well, I kind of
And they keep the melee racks alive.
Yeah, I kind of expected them to lose the melee racks. Okay, range rack is fine for not using the buybacks.
Dire's top tower is under
Like Fnatic
attack.
were really afraid of like committing fully on getting both the racks. They were like really careful.
Committing hard against Glimpse, like, there it's just a Night Stalker, but if you commit your core heroes, you could have been an Invoker or something, so...
A 40-minute Mask of Madness for Ramses.
What? What?
Is he...
No,
Helm of the Dominator.
no, Helm of the Dom.
What?
Yeah, I actually...
It flashed up. It most definitely said Mask of Madness.
He must have misclicked and then, yeah, he must
And
have
then
had it-
instantly
yeah,
sold?
yeah.
Yeah, that would be...
No, I saw it as well, I'm like, that makes no sense.
I'm like, what?
Okay.
I know it's late,
We're not
but
going insane. And the players themselves is like...
It's like, when did we start this day?
So Roshan, it's gonna take a while before it spawns, and Fnatic.
Smirk?
lost all their gems, right? They do not have any more gems.
There's one gem sitting on the courier for Team Empire. If you're meaning Fnatic, yeah, they lost all their gems.
He's gonna build a helmet, a Sage into Heaven's Halberd, I guess, on the Night Stalker next instead of the Blats I was talking about before.
How's that that Gyro's BKB is dropping fair amount of time. Half-Life initiates. 343 is going to get the Hex off. Ram's in his way, and they have to know they're smoked up with the Tornado. Picking up the Doom, the EMP burn. There's no stun to keep him in range of the EMP.
Oh, they see the bat.
Can they get him? There's your Doom. Dream Coil as well. Ohio. Oh, he'll go down. At the same time. Okay. Wow. That Invoker just wrecked the Disruptor.
Life of a support against Fort Spirits.
Yeah, you feel like you're playing 5v7 when you're a support against Invoker.
Look at the play from mid one as well. I actually know he's TPing out. I thought he was going to run down towards that bottom lane, push out a little bit, and then join the rest of his team for defense.
But you can see like the game is getting a lot harder for Fnatic right now because Empire's heroes are scaling much better. They're getting a lot more strong. All their heroes can deal damage.
Invoker scales pretty damn well into the late game.
Yeah, but you're relying on one hero to deal damage,
Yep.
whereas Empire is like what? They have a few heroes that can do damage. Gyro, Doom, Enchantress.
Once he gets the Octarine, I'm having a lot more confidence in this Invoker.
Yeah, and
But
Gyro BKB is getting
Can he
very
do it
short.
all alone?
He has
Dude,
a little bit
it's
help.
Invoker. He's never alone. He has magic. Magic is his friend.
He doesn't have any like true good late game carry alongside him, but he's got great kind of control from heroes like Lion, Batrider, the vision advantage of a Night Stalker. So it's all this utility on the side of Fnatic versus the firepower of Team Empire.
I could definitely see your point though.
Both the Australians here have a lot of faith in Fnatic.
Yep.
I have faith in Invoker.
Yes. Yes.
I think we have
Plus
all
one on that.
we have all seen what Invokers can do.
Even from this position,
Invoker's
without
a
an
true
actual
late-game
carry.
Invoker is a carry in the late game, from what I've seen at least.
Yeah. I just wouldn't push him past like 55 because then you're gonna hit a point where Invoker is pretty much capped out. Like you could sell the Yule Scepter next for something else.
Refresher?
Yeah.
Yep.
Refresher would make sense.
Get like Refresher Hex, have the Refresher in your stash perhaps.
He can't get both though.
Oh, he keeps it in his courier or stash, the Refresher that is. A lot harder to use that double combo mid-team fight though, so you're always you're not going to get full value out of a Refresher if you have it as a 7th item versus a 6th item.
Roshan hasn't spawned yet, just over a minute before he's back. Like you hear Fnatic were pinging out the mid lane, but then they instantly draw a line saying, let's move up this direction. So we're assuming they prepare a gank where they believe Empire is going to come to stop them from doing Roshan.
And Empire just completely hightail it to their base because they know any fight that's going to happen, Fnatic will always have the vision advantage. They'll always see them first and get that massive jump.
Yeah, they're coming in.
What?
They got 3 buybacks available. Gyro, Puck, as well as Doom all have buybacks for this. They don't see the opening, and now Ohio.
Oh, Doom?
Afterlife is probably the only one they can reach from here. And there it is. Blink, lasso, but the Dream Call. It's going to keep Ohio actually absolutely nowhere. He's got his BKB up. They'll force off him out right now. Actually, that is an Aghanim's ulti from the Puck. And Ohio's going to go down because of it. He got stunned as he tried to run himself out of here with that impetus damage. They've got to stop this, but Scandal too far up. There's going to have a buyback out from the Doombringer, but that damage is still there from the Enchantress, so he just uses the rest of his teammates as human shields to try and find another hero opening as he'll be thrown up towards the air. Now that is one way to stop the damage. EMP burned it all off, and another gem now being lost.
Man, the Doom was like, I don't know, man, again, it's in such a far up position. He used his buyback, they got a 2-for-2 trade.
I don't think it's as bad as it looks to us because from his perspective, he was farming at his tier 3 tower. Like, is he really far up, Winter? You're like, okay, these creeps are hitting, like, at my tier 3 tower. Yeah, they're not hitting the tower because you're going to creep wave, but...
Disruptor? It at least dodged the Sunstrike. But these 4 spirits are coming over to look at Roshan. Tornado will fly, DJ's giving all the vision, EMP as well. The 4 spirits are still causing issues. Finally, okay, one of them's being converted over by the helm of the Dominator. So one now fights for the cause of Adaya. And then he resummons, and now it doesn't fight for him anymore.
They're gonna try and steal the Roshan.
3-4-3. He can actually blink into
the
an
Ravage.
almost Ravage right now to catch out 3 heroes. The cooldown's on the way, but definitely Blast Finger of Death Disruptor. He's clipped and will burn to the Meteorite, but Roshan has 600 life. The Sunstrike will hit, but Roshan, it does belong to Empire, but another tornado up by mid one. Does he have the control? Yeah, he does. Push down the ice wall, 3-4-3, burns the Aegis model, which was in the hands of the Enchantress. The lasso Ramses, put him up on the hillside, so again, he'll actually consume the cheese, but could be stuck on a very unadvantaged spot. Afterlife so low, and the Force Mirror is still in there to finish the jump. Ramses, where do you go? Like, you're locked in here. DJ still fighting over on the side, but Ramsey just has to burn. A double kill will be there for mid one. 3 heroes down for Empire. Only the Gyrocopter has buyback. And they're already making a break for mid. Ned's trying to find himself an opening. Scandal was the closest thing he was going to get. The Observable actually sees him going in. He's got Blink off cooldown, and he blinks and instantly attacks into the Enchantress. The Sunstrike, it's going to be enough to get the kill. This will open up the mid racks, and they can go for any other lane with no tier 2 towers up, and Empire just they buy back. They need to defend this, but they're out of position. The Gyrocopter set up has to BKB up, but Ned's all over him. Ramses, the damage output, even force off out. The line will go down to the Gyrocopter. Feels the flat cannon burst damage, but Ned will die underneath the tier 4 towers. A little bit too deep there. As mid one has to escape back out again.
He got the gyro that bought back, so like it was really good.
I think I've been lucky to kill the Gyro with the bash.
Yeah, he got the bash.
Gyro also like seemed to turn around and stop
man.
running for a second. Perhaps the pathing around those tier 4 towers, but
They still need to get the racks. Like, that's what they came here for.
they forced buybacks, I guess.
You want the racks.
Yes.
Like Scandal, Ohio. He really, really wanted that.
Dire's structures.
He's not going to get it, however, and that Impetus damage is still a huge problem. Tornado, EMP.
Like you say, they want that racks. Mid one's like poking closer and closer, and finally decides it's not worth his life.
Do you guys keep count how many times Fnatic clip Empire heroes this game?
It's at least 4.
4 or 5.
Yeah, because you had 2 in one fight as well.
2 in one fight, and then we had a couple in a row. We had the one where they had picked up the cheese and got stuck. Yeah, it's been 4, I think. For Empire, thinking like, who's someone buying 4 stuff here?
I mean they have both. They have a 4 staff on Enchantress.
Oops, that one. It's like their only real kiting, though, against the Ursa.
Yeah.
I say that when you've also got Nagadim's Dream Coil as well as Glimpse, so maybe they got a little bit more.
I think the main change they could have made was go for the 4 staff instead of the Glimmer Cape on Disruptor. Having a second 4 staff would have perhaps helped them a lot more this game.
I think this Aghanim Scepter upgrade may also be a very big help. But they need to give him an extra 700, 800 gold. That's not going to happen when Puck does things like that.
Oh, this item might be useful. Look at the BKBs on the gyro. 5 seconds.
Halberd. Even on the Enchantress too.
Yeah.
He's been building into that for a very long time, though. Like, we're 50 minutes into this game, practically. And he started that, like, I think it was 15, 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
He started that halberd.
And I remember you saying that 55 minutes is the timing where you would worry about Fnatic.
He took a long time to build it, Toby, just because he knew it'd be better the longer it took. It's like, oh, don't worry, guys, we got it now.
Is this like a fine wine? I'm sorry, this halberd can only be created if I barrel it. Okay, Ramses is also starting to increase his money. He's going to have a Satanic fairly soon. Is that, in fact... this is Shiva's Guard for Afterlife. Currently sitting there.
Sure.
He's too short of the money for it, however, so it's just sitting there for the moment. But the Gyro is 5.9k. If you're thinking Rapier, I don't think this is the game for that.
Skadi might be nice too.
Guys,
it's pretty good versus.
I really like the Abyssal Blade after the Satanic. Oh, he's picked up Demon Edge. What's he
Okay, so he's going damage.
Rapier, I guess.
Well...
Does he need NKB?
He needs to live.
Oh, against Nightstalker.
They're going to Glimmer Cape, disrupt the Glimmer Capes himself to get back into the base. Ohio is on the hunt with a Haste Rune. Going to get doomed up as well as Dream Cold. They'll take the stun and then see if they can push Ohio far enough away. He'll survive, but DJ locked inside that Disruptor ulti. They're going to lose too.
Great initiation from Afterlife. If Empire ever get the initiation in these fights, they got it.
I got the racks.
But
objective achieved. That's what it's all about.
A fight where Empire get the jump is a fight Empire will win every single time. Like getting a Doom on the bat right before he lassos, that just shouldn't happen if you're Fnatic.
Okay, he went for the Rapier.
Okay. I was kind of with you, Toe. I didn't think it was necessary this game.
Are you really that far behind?
Nah.
Like,
they're not even that lacking in terms of damage, so I don't know. I mean, it's still fine.
But there's also no hero on the Radiant side that's going to make much use of a rapier should you lose it.
yeah, but it's like a unnecessary
Yeah,
risk.
it's like you lose
Yeah.
it, you just lost.
Because you don't need the rapier
A
to
huge
win the game.
goal.
Obviously,
one fight to go poorly when a Night Stalker's just like, hey, I can see you and you can't see me. Surprise, I now have your item.
Even if there's no Radiant heroes that benefit a lot from rapier, it's still a like 12k gold. So
it's just
shouldn't you
the
give it
risk,
up?
like the overall risk. Like I don't feel like Empire in a position where they are so desperate that they need something like this to actually win
Yep.
the game.
Over something else that like could have been a lot simpler, like MKB or Daedalus. Like that could have worked. Actually, just completing a Satanic.
I even think like just getting more HP. Like as long as you survive, then you'll be fine. Like even a Scully.
Your Satanic is going to give you that
like
more
Satanic
HP
Scully,
eventually.
like Scully is good versus Ursa in team fights as well. So
Oh, yeah. More kiting.
yeah, you can kite him around.
See, now you start to worry. Like, this Ursa is 50 gold away from having an Abyssal Blade. If you could jump in and get that initial stun.
Man, if I'm the Ursa now, I'm gonna think about all-inning this Gyro, getting his rapier.
Yeah. Even if he doesn't get to pick it up, like the Invoker drops his Heal Scepter and just grabs up the Rapier, you'd still be really happy with the result.
Yeah, just dying to kill the Gyro at this point is well worth it for Net.
They just need to get that Rapier back. That's the only downside. There's still so much control coming out from Empire. Like, you got two, like, Aghanim's upgraded great control ultis out from Empire. Like, both the Storm as well as the Dream Call. And this Enchantress is still pumping out so much bloody damage. Like, she's got a Moonshire completed on herself at the moment. I just don't know how Fnatic really deal with that. Like, you worry about the Gyrocopter, and then the Enchantress tears you apart. But then you attack the Enchantress, the Gyrocopter's going to tear you apart.
You deal with it by putting the Gyrocopter again. I had this weird just feeling that Gyrocopter is going to end up on a cliff around Roshan.
Well,
like, I
the
can
Rapier just sits
something
on the
told me
hillside.
like 5 minutes from now there's going to be a Roche fight and Gyro's going to get stuck on the cliff.
Do you just bait it? You leave the Rapier sitting on the hillside. Would you like to come for this? You can if you want to, but if you do, we'll probably kill you. And there's your side device now over on mid one, so he won't be dropping that. He sells his Heal Scepter for it. Still has buyback available. And Roshan's still away, like a decent spawn time away.
If anything, Empire wins that before Roche comes back up, because every Roche fight's not exactly gone well for them.
It really hasn't. Ursa's now at the point where, wait, did he just... Okay, so
bought the
Net's
gem.
buying the gem and delaying up his buyback.
The cores are buying the gems this game for Fnatic, not the supports.
That's...
What's it for, though? Like, you
What's
get...
Lion getting? Nothing?
Four stuff, Ghost
Scepter,
Scepter, Blink Dagger.
Gem, but Night Stalker didn't have money for Gem, or almost had money for it.
You can kind of understand
It's when you want to, like, this second. It's like, right this second, Empire could have a Ward on us, which could give them a Blink Doom initiation, we lose a game. So if you're 100 gold short, you ask someone else to buy the Gem. And I think from Net's perspective, he just wants to play it safe and hold on to his buyback as well.
Like the lines being drawn by mid one. I don't know really what that's meant to mean, but there's 3 purple lines all drawn down towards the Empire base on every single lane. Let's push everything. It
It's
must
the
be the
keep
assumption.
everything pushed out. Keep them. It's the let's starve them out. Keep them in their base so we get a free Roche.
Look how long they have to wait, though. It's almost 2.5 minutes, but Empire, they're starting to group up as 5 and come out through the bottom. They're pinging out in the hillside because they're trying to find the vision of Fnatic, but Fnatic's vision is a lot more defensive, and it's only this. Like, you got this ward, but I don't want to count that. That doesn't give you jack all.
Oh, here comes
in
the
this.
bat. Is he gonna go in?
The Night Stalker vision.
That is so ballsy if they can do it. DJ's going to give it to him. So they can see it. BKB, trigger the Lincoln Sphere. And, well, no lasso. Too much damage. He'll take the stun as well from the Dream Call. The BKB's worn off, and Ohio's going to go down. He did soak up the Doom as well. They're trying to find some vision to get a glimpse of. 3-4-3 is the one over in the tree line. And the Bat Rider, well, he's back to the world.
Invoker BKB there too. I think scared of a glimpse because the Shivers like clipped him at the edge. I don't think Empire even realized the Shivers had clipped him, but
They see the Obs ward, but they need someone with range to kill it. There you go, 3-4-3 is going to do the job for him.
it's very hard to first break the Lincolns on Puck and then also lasso him afterwards.
Yeah.
Unless Puck is really slow. I think you just can't go for that play. That's
You can't go for the
that's
puck, I
a
think.
yeah. At this stage of the game, it's a mistake from a high to even try and make that play onto the puck.
Anyone else but the puck.
Yeah.
That's just basically it.
Satanic is now down on Ramses, but he does not have buyback with this purchase. In fact, with the buybacks going on, like, because Batrider did buy back in that last little engagement, didn't really achieve much for it apart from Empire backing away from Roshan and the rest of the fight. But you still got, like, you can have a double Invoker in the fight. Because mid one, obviously he's going to have those BTs, just TP on top of a hero. With his buyback, he's looking good. Bad Rider's actually now going to go for an Ether Lens. Oh, they're still waiting. Roshan's up in 20.
It's back to daytime for a very critical moment of this game.
They have darkness, so
They can force it. Mid one's going to get the vision up too, but his Tornado's on cooldown for the moment. Another 3 seconds.
Almost a preemptive darkness just to like secure the Roche area, de-ward everything, knowing that even a max Roche respawn is it's guaranteed to respawn in the next 15 seconds at max. So they make sure that darkness is there ready.
this is so frustrating to play against an Ice Soccer.
Well, that's the thing. If you're Empire, like, we're stronger in a team fight, but we can't contest Roshan because of the lasso on the gyro pulling him onto
The cliff.
Yeah, it's the cliff. You have a 4-star, but let's say Enchantress gets dealt with elsewhere. Like, there's a good chance Enchantress gets blown up by a lion, for example, and suddenly Gyro's on a cliff, Enchantress is dead, game's over.
Okay. Do you give something like the Aegis Immortal to Ohio and like cheese to net?
I like it. Ohio with Aegis sounds good.
Just because like Ohio's the one initiating and he keeps soaking up Doom, he keeps soaking up different abilities. But it looks like they're going to give it to net. He'll take the Aegis Immortal and DJ holds on to the cheese.
It's Ohio has been the number one. He's the number one Doom target before pre-Lasso, so.
Smoke movement by Empire.
This is a let's kind of catch Fnatic by surprise kind of play.
So yeah, they just picked up Aegis. They'll never be expecting this.
It's an odd direction to run. Well, they're drawing towards the top lane. I'm not. Yeah.
Really? This looks like a wraparound.
Yeah.
Like this has to be like a run through that
And
direction.
as soon as Fnatic sees the middle lane, they're gonna know what's up.
Yeah. This has now entered the base.
It's 2 minutes of daytime.
But they're ready. Here they come. Net reveals the smoke and instantly into darkness.
Yep.
They still see Disruptor, Silence, Void. Can they get a pick off? And he just, okay, with a 4-star bump, they let the lasso go off and they got Ramsey's drag back Scandal. He's looking for more. The Deafening Blast making it difficult. Ramsey's so damn low. The Rapier, keep it in mind, he turns on the Satanic, instantly up in life. The damage is ridiculous. DJ almost down to just the Impetus as well. Net's back into the fighting world. He wants Ramsey's, but he will not get it.
Oh my god.
Oh boy, the damage is huge, but you're still, like your home is still in trouble. Your tier 4 towers are dropping low. You gotta come back.
So close to getting in before.
He took 2 hits to get back up to 70,
God.
like 80% life. Like that's the second Satanic play we've had. Viper before.
Yeah.
Now it's gonna be.
That's
the
what we were
Gyrocopter.
mentioning, that they didn't have to actually take this type of risk because they had more than enough damage to actually win the team fights. They just need to make sure that Ramses doesn't die in the team fight.
Well, delay the push any way you can.
I mean, it looks like we're on course for a third game.
It's quite possible, but you never know. This graph keeps swinging.
Radiant's middle
It is,
tower
however, the
under
first
attack.
time that Empire have really had such a
Radiant
big advantage in the game.
structures are fortified.
And what do you really lose here if you're Fnatic? Like,
Radiant's middle
Empire is
tower
still being
has
very tentative about pushing up. The Tornado just, okay, didn't actually pick up most of the creep wave, but the meatball should be able to do a lot of that work.
And if you're Empire, you are scared of a Bat Rider buyback. Okay, so it's on cooldown. Never mind. So
Yeah, it's just the Ursa who's got it currently, but they don't know this. And now, well, Silence from Scandal, jumping on top of DJ. He'll take the stun, and then 3-4-3 jumps in, Finger of Death. Ramses! He's still got the Rapier, and it's down! It's on the deck! Somebody pick it up! It's still on the ground! Net! Oh boy! Where is it?
he's leaving it.
They No!
Invoker pick it up?
They're out there! We'll find it in a moment!
Oh,
That's
Nice
3 for
Stalker
3.
has the Rapier. Nice Stalker has the
Nice
Rapier.
Soccer has Rapier. Okay, so DJ's got the damage. Empire has it all gone horribly, horribly wrong. The damage from the Enchantress almost killing off mid one, but DJ, he's pumping out almost 600 a pop, and the Enchantress hiding the tree line. I think she dies from this fall even. Yep, she does. Hits the ground. Gems come back the way of Empire.
Okay, blame me for that.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Game 3. Gone.
Whoa.
At least it's on the Night Stalker, but it's still on the Night Stalker. He's got 2.9k gold now.
Get some AC or something into the picture.
Look at the swing.
Do you believe in the late game Invoker now, Winter?
Do you believe? Well, was that really the late game Invoker, however? Like,
It
that
was-
Lion made so much space.
Lion and Invoker bursting down the gyro there. They just do so much damage before he can even get off his BKB, and Empire don't have a good counterplay to it.
Oh boy. At least the upside for Empire is, yes, Enchantress is down for the count. But both the side lanes are pushed in pretty heavily for Fnatic. If they're going to go for this, like they may be considering the GG push. Oh yeah, the creep wave can push up through mid and then you go for something else. Afterlife. Oh, he's called out. DJ silences on Disruptor. He does not want to have that Storm down. And they're going to get the kill. And goodbye, Doombringer. Buyback is off cooldown. So we can use it.
Oh no, what was he doing again?
Jarrow's 2 lives for this fight, so...
Lion's
all
also
hope is
not
lost.
there. I'm just going to flag that one too. They're missing one of their big heavy disables.
Are under attack.
And Empire, well, fortification's down. Now they're going to throw up the wall and the ulti over on mid one. Support's moving forward as they get the Dream Call off as well. Mid one not looking too healthy. He's going to die. And Ramsey's, well, he BKBs and he actually gets 1,200 gold for killing a beyond godlike Invoker. Time for another Rapier, boys. 5.1k in the bank. You may as well.
Yeah, at this point you may as well.
He actually has to.
Yeah,
It's
getting the
only way.
Rapier now is
Now it
fine.
makes sense.
Wait, hang on.
Oh, he's going Demon Edge. He wants that buyback.
He's got just enough.
Yeah, if he bought the relic first, he wouldn't have had buyback, I believe.
No, I don't think he really cares too much. Like once he's got the full Rapier,
Yeah.
he'll just commit.
He
to
doesn't
it.
care at that point. It's more before you have the full rapier. It's a bit silly to buy one component that's gonna break your bank.
Well, this is nice for Scandal. He gets aside the Vice up against a Night Stalker who obviously wasn't expecting to have a Rapier. So he doesn't have his BKB for protection.
So, Night Stalker should get a BKB now. So he can just run in. Run in and kill the supports, I guess.
Well, he's got 4k gold. We could do it, just sell the urn. You got a little bit longer to wait for Roshan.
There's a decent amount to go through the BKB with the Ags on the Enchantress. Got the puck with the Ags Dream Coil, so...
Well, Team Empire pinging out here. Like, the Doombringer's currently going walkabout up on top lane. He's not going to find anything here. But the rest of Empire is ready to attack on the bot lane. It's like they are looking for a pick-off just to create space and say hello to your Rapier.
Nice. Wait, and day one here.
Rapier versus Rapier, both belonging to the Gyrocopter. But there's thieves among us.
Yeah, Fnatic were the team that were buying all the gems earlier, so now Empire's the team that buys all the Rapiers this game.
I'd rather be... look, when next time I'm playing against you, I'll buy you a gem if you give me a rapier, okay? I'll take that trade.
That's obviously an even trade.
Look, I'll give you 2 gems for a rapier. How's that sound?
343 just bought a Veil of Discord. He doesn't have it on him before this fight's going to begin.
It's all about the burst onto the gyro, free BKB. They know they can get him with lockdown, and there's no... Like, Empire can't counterplay it, but they just need to maximize that damage output.
TJ bought a Vlad's. So he doesn't actually buy the BKB, he gets the Vlad's instead.
He'll have buyback as well as the... Like, Vlad's at this stage of the game is such a good item to have, just because it's percent-based
And,
bonus damage.
but it's better to have a BKB when you have a Rapier, I guess.
But even if he loses the rapier and buys back, like his vision is what can be game-changing. So.
I suppose, like, the 3 major controllers as well. Like, think about it. Storm goes through BKB, Dreamcall goes through BKB, Doom goes through BKB, and the Enchantress as a major attack also goes through BKB. So what's the point? Ramses jumps out. Secondary Rapier to be given over. Ramses is down. The Rapier is on the deck. Pick up a second one, why don't you? Scandal's trying to pick up, and he's got it. It's in his hands right now. Net's in a little bit of trouble. Doomed up, but Arflux is being pushed out. Mid one's doing some work, and Net, the Storm, is not enough to kill him off. 3-4-3 attempted the denial, but really, Empire, you've lost too much now. They're pinging out the top racks. They're going to have a crack at it. It's just the Yules on the deck.
Oh.
No, it's fine. It's fine. That was so Puck could at least get the Rapier back over again to the Gyrocopter, but he can't buy back.
Yeah.
So top racks will go down. Roshan becomes available. But do you just keep going at this point, knowing there's no secondary, there's no Gyro again?
Yeah, absolutely. They don't know for sure about the Gyrocopter buyback status, but they should have a pretty good idea. When you're buying a Rapier in a kind of desperate position such as this, it's well worth
At
forcing
least
the
you
high
want to
ground.
force the buyback.
Yeah, force the buyback.
Yeah.
on Fnatic's side, you have buybacks yourself to fall back on, and they're just pushing this very cautiously. Forward Spirit's in front.
Afterlife, jump forward, there's the BKB to go. Ohio needs a good target. Finger of Death already gone on Afterlife, dropping him down to 1/3 of his life. Sunstrike, a little bit off target, but the damage from DJ is still so huge. You've lost your Doombringer. Scandal will join him as well on the Afterlife. Phase Shift will only delay the inevitable as DJ, he's just munching on everyone. He'll move over towards Scandal. The silence is there, but there it is. Good game, well played. Fnatic will 2-0 out Team Empire. And it looks like Whitewash is the name of the game here in our primary stream for the ESL One Manila.
A lot of long, close games, though. It's crazy to think, like, all 2-0s, but none of this series felt like they were that clear-cut. Even, like, looking at, like, Liquid versus Wings, for example, just before this, it was like Wings really tested them. Every single series today has been neck and neck, and Fnatic into the semifinals.
Yeah.
Really great showing from them.
So they get themselves a wonderful day off. Empire will go into the burner, having to play in one of the last 2 series tomorrow night. Of course, for all that information, you can check out all your wonderful Dota 2 portals out there, or the ESL One website as well. But here's actually our grid. So to just look over our day, Liquid able to 2-0 Mineski, the only game that goes the distance. Wings, who 2-1'd out Complexity. And Team Secret, the massive upset of today, Team Empire were able to take them out, while Fnatic crippled the Chinese eHome team. And then obviously push their way through. So the lower bracket tomorrow.
Secret eHome? Like, is this not the winner bracket? What's going on here?
This is real life, man. This is real life. There were some reports that it was food poisoning on Ice that caused them some troubles. Just like toothaches previously. But Team Secret versus eHome, the lower bracket matchup. As well as Mineski going up against Complexity, and then winners advance through. So there are games coming up tomorrow. We'll be live in the big hall as well. So we'll be heading over for that one. It's going to be a nice, bright and early 11 o'clock local time is the first game of the day. Should be exciting stuff.
Looking forward to it. We've already seen quite a few big upsets just here in the group stage. So looking at Secret, Fnatic, and this is a team that's been on the up and up for a while. And they've had fantastic online performances, but now they're replicating it on land without Mushi. So I see this team going far.
They're definitely looking good. Liquid, Fnatic, congratulations. They are the victors of day number 1. We'll see you all back for day number 2, bright and early. If you're going to be here in the Philippines, we'll see you at the venues. We'll see you then.